Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is the advanced version of the quarterly theory. From the basic to the most advanced kind of the most advanced quarterly theory strategy. Pay attention. Now, remember, 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 market. What you see in the chart. In the chart, you only see time, price, and candles. So, you should learn time as a topic, price as a topic, and candle language as a topic. Now, we are going to study the basics of the quarterly theory to the advanced version of the quarterly theory. Now, everyone take a book and a pen and sit down and open your eyes and see what I'm going to teach you. Now, quarterly theory says that time is divided in 2 quarters. So, if you take 24 hours of a daily candle, you divide by 4, you will get 6 hours. If you take 6 hours, you multiply by 60, you will get 360. Meaning, every session has 360 minutes, making it a complete cycle. First quarter cycle of the day is from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m., which is the Asian cycle. Are you getting that? Are you getting what I'm saying? If you take 24 divided by 4, you will get 6 hours. So, time moves in cycles. As you can see, clock is cycle 360 degrees. It moves in cycles, times. So even in forex market, time is calculated in cycles. Now, listen. So each session is 360 minutes. Now, let's go to the sessions now. Sessions. So if each session has 360, that is each session is 6 hours, then we move forward. Now, Asian cycle is the accumulation cycle. New York is the manipulation cycle. New York is the distribution cycle. And PM session is the reversal or distribution cycle. Then PM session is reversal or continuation. I will teach you everything about time in this video. So pay attention. Pay attention a lot. A book and a pen, sit and watch. I am the big boss. I won't sit down and start teaching shit. I have to teach you what happens in the market, how it goes, how they use time, and how to trade using time. Time. Time, brother. Now we will start with the first session, which is the Asian session cycle. The Asian cycle. We will start from the Asian cycle. Now, Asia. Let me show you. Starts from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. Remember, everything in this I'm giving time in Eastern time. I'm ukitaka Kenyan time. Everything is in Kenyan time, Eastern time. Everything is, let me write that down. Kenyan time, I'm Eastern time. I think Kenya we use the Eastern time. Kenyan time. From the country you are, make sure you are converting the time to the country you are in. Eastern time. East Africa. Yeah. It should be like this now. This price action, this is date 9th June 2026. So you can go on that day and analyze how the market did. Now, we go to another thing. Asian session. What you should focus on the Asian session. Mark high and low of Asian session. Mark high and low of Asian session, because liquidity lies there. Mark high and lows of Asian session. And I forgot to label this as the Asian session. Let me label this as the Asian session. Asian session in capital letters. Asian session, like this, like that. That is the Asian session. So a simple strategy of Asian session: you wait for Asian session to taken out and you take a reverse trade. Now check. This is the high of Asian session here. It was taken out. After it was taken out, they usually say wait for fair value gap and then wait for break of structure downwards, fair value gap, and sell. Let me show you it. Let me enlarge that way, and then wait. Okay, Asian session here, taken to the upside, fair value gap, and enter on that fair value gap. Asian session high taken out, you wait for a downward fair value gap, you enter immediately after that fair value gap forms, and then hunt the midpoint of the Asian session or the low of the Asian session. But me as big boss, I will wait for the Asian session to be taken out. Check. It was taken out about 8:30 in the morning, 8:30, 8:40 there. So as the big boss I am, because I'm a time trader, I'm not a fair value gap trader, then I will wait for time. If the Asian session high is taken out by, let's say, 8 a.m., I will enter a reverse trade at exactly 9 a.m. Now let's wait. Let's see where is 9 a.m. You can see this is 8:59. First 1 minute candle of 9 a.m. That first 1 minute candle high is what I will be focusing on. And then after it prints, after first 1 minute candle closes, I will immediately enter sales, hunting the low of the Asian session. So I will enter sales here. You can see, let me mark the high of that 1 minute candle. It's here. Market tried to break it on the upside, but like market reversed immediately, and this is a 1 minute candle manipulation. It was taken out immediately back to that 1 minute candle high, and then market boom sold. You can see that 1 minute candle high is aligning with the fair value gap traders. Can you see that? That's how you use the first 1 minute candle of every 1 hour to trade. Okay, you are just timing that 1 hour candle reversal after the Asian high or low is taken out. Are you seeing that? Now let's go back to the Asian session again. Another thing you should know about the Asian session is the midpoint of the Asian session. Midpoint of the Asian session. It's high and it's low. You take the midpoint. Basically the midpoint, you take high plus low and you divide by 2. Where's my calculator? I'm not let me take my calculator. You can basically use a fib, but I'm not a fib trader. I don't like using fib. I feel sometimes it's a lot of work to use Fibonacci and measure 50% of the Asian session. But I prefer, because fib, you might get the wrong area. But when you are using calculator, you just add high plus low, you divide by 2. You will get the exact midpoint. Now let me add for you. You can do it on your side. Remember, this is price action for date 9 June 2026. You can go there and learn the market with me. 4342.29 plus 4312.30. Then I will divide this by 2. I'm getting 4327.29. 4327. Around there. Let me change color of this, and I will put this color as blue. That way. Yeah. What has just happened? I was trading 29th. Okay, we are back. We are back now. Now it's June 9th, so I know where I was analyzing. So can you check the midpoint of Asia? Here there was a small manipulation, but they were breaking the midpoint of Asia downwards. You can see how it supported price here downwards. After it was breaking to the upside, it acted as support to take this price where? To the high of Asia again. You can see this manipulation move. This one was the midpoint of Asia. Can you see? Tap midpoint of Asia and move with high speed. That is the power of the Asian session midpoint. Midpoint of the Asian session, brother. Midpoint of Asian session, brother, can make you a millionaire if you know how to identify it, learn it, know when it's manipulated, how to identify manipulation of the Asian midpoint, and when they are going to use that Asian midpoint to move the price for the whole day. I can show you even another day the midpoint of Asia. We will come back here and continue analyzing the charts. I want to take you to another price action and check the midpoint of Asia. Let's go to the next day. We will come to June 9th. June 9th. Okay. Here we can the next day. We are analyzing June 9th. Now this is June 10th. We want to see the midpoint of Asia. I want us to see the midpoint of Asia from 2 a.m. to 8. I have told you take that high. You are taking that high, my friend. Then you are taking that low. This low of Asia. Low of Asia. And can you see how market was consolidating around the low of Asia, and even it was using the low of Asia as the support. But now we are focusing on the high of Asia, my friend. The midpoint 4642.99 plus 4172.10. I will divide that by 2. I'm getting 4407. Are you sure? Let me repeat again. 46.99 plus 4172.10 divided by 2. I'm getting 4210. 4210 around there. You can see after market came from here, it went hunting the midpoint of Asia. Market did not reverse from here because it wanted to take this double highs here, a high. So that but basically market was supposed to reverse from that midpoint. As you can see, even that midpoint, there is a value gap here, and it was a strong point, but they manipulated it for 5 minutes, and then they reversed market for the whole day. This could be your stop loss. If you sell your midpoint, stop loss 100 pips above it, and market will move the whole day on your direction. That is a worthy risk to take. You sell here, you get out here. How is that nice? A risk reward of 1:10, even 1:20, because you're risking this small to get this. And most of the time you don't see this. It always taps and reverses. Always taps and reverses, my friend. Always taps and reverses. We can even look this. Let's analyze this day. Midpoint of Asia is what I'm teaching you right now. And then this is the last day I'm teaching you the midpoint. Not the last, like the last day I'm teaching you about the midpoint of Asia. I think we have said the 2 a.m. It works perfectly on gold. 2 a.m. Kenyan time to 8 a.m. Kenyan time. Where's 8 a.m.? Okay, wait. Burning my low volume. So high of Asia, where is high of Asia? Nyamashimo Ningoka Itondo imone Kon Mary I want us to take the high 4118.32 plus the low of Asia, which is 4032.58, and I will divide that by 2. I'm getting 4075. These are 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row studying the midpoint of Asia. 75. 75.46. 4. Apple. Can you see? New York session, no, the London session started exact point, buying from the midpoint of Asia. Then, boom, give you this. Can you see that? London opening at the midpoint of Asia, and then they pushing it to the upside. Nyamashima ndiliagoka itandimone family. Now let's go back to learning our quarterly theory. Now that I'm done teaching you the midpoint of Asian session, we are done learning that. Now let's go back to the chart. Let me show you how I'll be doing this. These should be stagnant lines, these ones, because I will be clearing everything. Clear all. I don't want a lot of lines in my charts. So after that PM session, Nini, yes, that way. And then this is, I will take this one, and then the rest I will do what? Delete all. And now my chart is clean. Now, Kenya, I have taught you about the midpoint of Asia. When you see the London session opening on the midpoint of Asia, you know what to do. Even this is another day. You can see the day we are from analyzing the New York session, the London session was opening at midpoint of Asia. And when we calculated, we found the midpoint of Asia was here, around here. Well, it was around here. You can see the Nini again, the London session again, opening on the midpoint of Asia, going to the upside, taking the high of Asia down, high of Asia, and reversing. On this day, we are done now. To know more about the Asian session, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. Tia bidii unitafute. Yep. Oh. But this is YouTube. How do you find me? How do you find me? Let me show you. I will tell you I will remember by the end of the video to show you where to find me. That is the basics of the Asian session. Advanced version of the Asian session. Advanced version of the Asian session. Now, you have the high, you have the low of the Asian session, you have the midpoint. How do you know where the banks will enter, where the bank will exit? Because highs and lows of the Asian session, they are just going to give you the framework of trading. But you need you need now to know where are the banks entering, and that is where, because today we are focusing on only learning time, where the banks are entering, how to calculate, how to use the daily code, how to manipulate, how the Asian session is manipulated. Now that will come on the next video, when I will be teaching you about price action. No, not price action, price. Remember, I have told you, for you to understand these charts first, you need first to understand candle language, time concept, and price concept. Because forex chart is just a graph of time against price with moving candles. So first understand time, first priority. Second priority, you understand price. Third priority, understand candle language. Remember, I said if time is ahead of price, then market will move in a small speed, like it will move in consolidation. Then that's why the first 1 hour candle of the day, which is the closing price of the day, the 1 a.m. Kenyan time, that opening price, market is usually small. The market is usually consolidating. Why? Time is behind price. No, time is ahead of price. Yeah, time is ahead of price, and when time is ahead of price, then market will move in a small speed, and vice versa. If time is below price, then market will move in a high speed. That's why opening of Asian session between 2 a.m. to between 2 a.m. to 3, between 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. you will see there is a lot of what do I call it? There is a lot of how do I call it? There is a lot of like speed of price increases. Can you see? Like you can, it's very evident here. Market moving slowly, making time to be behind price, and then when 2 a.m. reaches, market moves with high speed to match the time. Big boss. Trading is super. Now let's move to the next topic. Asian intercession. Asian intercession. Trading within the Asian session. Trading within, inside the Asian session. Trading inside the Asian session. Hey, I'm tired. Let me go and take some water. Then coming back, teaching you the Asian intercession. Now, what time does the accumulation of Asian session, distribution, accumulation, manipulation of the Asian session? Remember, this is big baba. Just like that team, 1 minute I will be back. By the way, that is what I will do. I will just record my videos, my strategy. Yeah, that is what I will do. Now I'm back. Now I have drunk water. Money. Yeah. Is this thing recording on my list? Stop. Let me check. Really? That's 1 second? You're lying. Oh, okay. It's not that 1 second. Okay. My battery percentage cool. So 5, around 5:30, then I will focus, guys. Now let's learn the intersection. 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 Now from 2 a.m. Remember, now. This is what I'm going to explain. Please, attention, please. It's time for the big boss to say something. It's time for me. Please. It's time for me to say something. Now. No. Now listen. Listen, man. Listen. From 2 a.m. to mnataka kuniharibia ka kitabu. Now let me write. Now teaching this thing looks fun. More fun. From no 2 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. Hapo kuna kitu inaitwa accumulation. That is what we call accumulation of vesha ina happening hapo. Mnasikia? From 2 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. that is accumulation of Asia. Monyambos. Now remember, if a session has 6 hours, you divide that by 4 to get the quarters inside the session. So each session will be what the 90 minutes cycle. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Every session is 90 minutes. Every cycle inside a session is 90 minutes. Now, the first cycle is from 2 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. That is accumulation. My friend, check here. 3:30. Unaona hapo? 3:30. Like this 3:30. That is accumulation of Asia. This one is accumulation of Asia. And mostly, one thing you should learn about the 2:30 to 3:30 a.m. accumulation of Asia, most of the time highs and the lows of the Asian session will be formed there. After the first 90 minutes of the Asian session, just know high chances the low and high of the Asia has been formed. Go to the chart and look it and study it you yourself. You yourself. You yourself. You yourself. You yourself. Tread with Big Boss. This is Big Baba. This is Big Baba. This is Big Baba. They call me Big Boss. And they have no idea who the fuck I am. Just chilling. Just chilled. Just a chilled nigga. Yeah, let's learn something. This can help you navigate through the market, at least. Now, I was telling you something. No. Remember, this is the flow of the forex market. The flow of the forex chart starts from the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, for weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, then 1 minute. Why that? That is the flow of the forex market. And that flow is trying to reshape the yearly candle. Remember, MetaTrader does not have the yearly candles. Unless it's there and I don't know. Now, all this time frame are trying to shape the yearly candle. The 1 minute, the 2 minutes, the 15, the 1 hour. So basically, this is the flow of the forex market. Mark the monthly high and low. Drop down to weekly. Mark its high, its low. Drop to the daily time frame. It's high, it's low. Drop down to 4 hour. It's high, it's low. Drop down to 1 hour. It's high, it's low. Drop to now. After you drop down, you don't continue putting lines, because you will aribu nene. You will do what? You will have a lot of lines in the chart. That's not now from 1 hour, 2 minutes, 1 hour 15. What you're trying to align time. When the 1 minute time frame aligns with the 4 hour time frame, now sniper that. Enter full margin, man. Try to align the 1 minute candle, the 1 minute time frame to 4 hour. Try to align 15 minute time frame to 4 hour. Try to align the 30 minutes time frame to 4 hour. That's all you'll do. You aligning this time frame with 4 hour, or the daily, or the weekly, or the monthly. All of them are correlating, trying to align with the yearly, trying to make the yearly code. That's why when you are doing your mathematical calculation, trying to know where the banks are entering, you have to have a section for when you are calculating time decay. There is something we call time decay in the forex market. Then you have to, time decay is calculated like the remaining time of the day. You divide by 24 and you square root that, and then you're multiplying by that by the yearly code. Or hiyo nitawafunza siku ingine. I'll teach you later that. Now let's go on with the Asian session. Now, we got the next session. The Q. Oh, I forgot. That is the Q1. Accumulation is the Q1. Remember, you have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Who's calling? Eh? Piga. Achana. Okay. 3 a.m. 3:30 a.m. a.m. to 5 a.m. 5:00 a.m. 5 a.m. We call this manipulation. You accumulate, you manipulate, you distribute, you reverse, or you continue with the trend. Manipulate. Manipulates. And we call this Q2. Remember Q1 I never labeled, and I'm not going to label that. This is Q2. Yeah, I'm not going to label that. Just put in your mind, accumulation is Q1. The boy is tired. And this thing might take 2 hours. Yeah, because if this session taking me a lot of time, let me be first. No, just teach slowly. There are beginners here, and this is highly timed market. So you've gotta need to understand time. Maskia. Now let's go to Q3. Here is where we trade. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. works the same as the 5 p.m. because 5 a.m. is the distribution of the Asian session, but 5 p.m. is the distribution of the New York. And don't forget, New York is the distribution session. That's why the 5 p.m. of the New York session is more aggressive than distribution of 5 a.m. in the morning. So the 5 a.m. in the morning, it's a distribution for the Asian session, but they use it to accumulate the 5 p.m. more. Just go and check how many times 5 a.m. in the morning, that first 1 minute candle, is forming the low of the day. Boom! Bruh, just dropped some garlic information. Oh, 6:30 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Remember 8, now we are starting the London session. 8 a.m. we call this reversal or continuation, stock continuation, and we call this Q4. With Big Baba Arudai nonsense. Sasa iko fit sasa. Iko fine. We are done with the Asian session. Now, your work. Can you work with those times to make money? Unaweza do that? Can you do that? Can you try to do that and use the time alignment I just gave you? Use the Hessian highs, lows, accumulation, manipulation to make money. To make money. I'm not an Nigerian. Like to make money. That is basically what I'm trying to say. Now let's go to the next. I want to be very keen. 56. Really? Figure 40, we will go there. Now, I want us to go to London session. We are done with Asian. We are done with the Asia. I'm not going to illustrate this, because if I try to illustrate this, but now you know what happens in accumulation. Accumulation, banks are entering the market. Manipulation, they are trying to take orders from the market. They are trying to take out the retail traders. After they take out retail traders, what do they do next? They move the market. Oh, I forgot something here. From 5 a.m. to 6:30. I forgot to label the distribution. 5 a.m. to 6:30. To 6:30. We call that distribution. This thing is very serious. Oh yeah. We call this distribution. How do you see that? So Asian highs, Asian lows. Know what happens during accumulation of Asia. You need to go to the chart and now learn more. What happens during manipulation of Asia? What happens during reversal of Asia? When is the Asian session, the distribution phase, going to make the high of the day or the low of the day? Remember, highs and lows is where market manipulates speed of the market. Speed is altered during the highs and lows. Now let's go to the London session. London session, we are focusing on low of London and high of London. Low of London most of the time will be formed at the midpoint of the Asian session. The low of Asian session, the low or the high of the London session most of the time will be formed at the midpoint of the Asian session. Then mark the high, the low of the London session. Now is this. This is the high of the London. Your boy is hungry. And the high of London. The low of London is here. That is high and low of London. Now, low of London taken out. Market reversing with high speed. Break low of London. Retest the low of London. Move down. Now this is during the New York session. See, same concept on how the sessions follow each other. London session, the Asian session high taken out, market reversing. Now, because this is a manipulation high, which is the London session, being taken out, then market reversing with high speed during the New York session. Why this break? Why after Asian session was taken out, market reversed slowly, but when the London session high was taken out, market moved with high speed. Why? Because New York is distribution, London is manipulation. There is where the difference comes. Now, let's learn the London session with Big Boss. Let's learn the London session. In other words, London session. Boom. I'm starting to get tired. I'm putting a lot of emphasis on my battery percentage, because when it shuts up, I will not be able to finish the video. And I want you to become a better trader, a better person. Remember, for you to be a successful forex trader, your psychology is what will determine who the fuck you are. Remember, your psychology is your strategy. Your strategy is your risk management. Your risk management, where you enter, will determine your risk management, bro. Na inanua you, twende kazi with the London session. Remember, I'm on a 1 minute time frame. That's why I have compressed the chart this way for easy visibility. Now, let's go on with learning the forex market. Focus of the quarterly theory, free online. The boy is loaded. Now I will write here London session with Big Boss. I think for the London session we will use which color? Let's use a different color. Hey, no, stop. Don't. Yeah. Let's use blue. Yeah. Don't do me that. Please. Don't do me that. Please. I want to finish this. You finish what you started, bruh. Finish what you started. Remember, time is in Kenyan time. I'm at the Eastern time. Now, let me get out of my office and go to somewhere else and now teach from there. Let me. No, by now you should be able to know. Just guess before I say it. When does the London session start and end? Before I say it, you have 30 seconds to answer that to yourself. Like, because I have already labeled and some people can't even see it. You can't even see it and it's already labeled for you. And you can't see it. Why? I have already labeled it for you and you can't see it. Why? Why? Now we are on now. Sit down now. Let's start from the basic. London session starts from 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. How about that? 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 What else? London highs and London lows. Mark. London highs, London lows. Mark. London highs, highs and lows, and lows. Now, this is the London session. London session is when I'm waking up. Because I'm in Kenya, I wake up 2 a.m. because I sleep from midnight to 8 a.m. So from 8 a.m. is when I'm trading. So I can remember I took these buys here. This was the 0 level. This was the bank level 0. I took buys from there. Boom. Took sales from there. They manipulated me, taken me out. I never taken this trade here. They took out before. But I came to realize why it happened. I never waited for 5 p.m. Yeah, we will come to the New York session. You will be humble to trade this. Now, why do you think your question should be, okay, I'm done. I can see what happened during Asian session. I can see high, I can see low. Okay. Open your eyes now and see. Predict. You haven't analyzed. It's like, okay, where will the London high and low be formed? You should be anticipating where the London high and low will be formed before you even click buy. Not anticipated, you should be able to calculate the exact point where the London high and low is. Remember, I told you, market is mathematical, market is money is calculated, moving money, market is moving money. You can't control money with an order block. You can't control money with the candles. Candle tell lies. Candles are full of lies. Because candles are there to deceive you. All you need is time and price and know where the market is going. Are we together there? 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 Hey? This is how lecturers feel. Like you are in class for 2 hours and me, I can make a video for 1 hour. I'm feeling tired. Yeah, hey, teaching is hard. But I said I'm gonna put the quarterly theory, all of it, in one video so that you don't get confused. Like you have all the framework to trade with time. You know what you are doing with time. Sawa bro. Acha nikunywe maji tena. Oh no. Okay. But before I forget, this video is for only educational purposes only. So this is not a financial advice. So yeah, juu sijuangi mbona wanasemanga hivyo, but okay. Only risk your money on a setup you trust. Only risk your money on a setup you trust, bro. Only risk your money on a setup you trust. Sawa brother. Only risk your money on a setup you trust. I see people putting money on setups they don't trust. If you don't trust a setup, why do you even click that buy or a sell button? Why? If you don't trust the setup, don't take the trade. Rule number 1: if you don't trust the setup, don't take the trade. Yeah, they say if you don't trust the setup, don't take the trade. You trust the setup, take the trade. But people take trades on setups they don't trust. You don't trust the setup and you're taking trades. Are you mad in the head? Only take trades on setups you trust. If you don't trust the setup, then shut the fuck up. Get out of the charts. Okay. Now. It's time to learn the London session. But already we are learning the London session. Is it true? Yeah, already we are learning the London session already. So mimi nataka kwenda nyumbani. Mimi nataka kwenda nyumbani. If you don't trust the setup, don't take the trade. Rule number 1. Rule number 2. Asian session starts. The accumulation of the London session starts from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. The Q1. If I say Q1, I'm meaning accumulation. If I mean Q2, I'm saying manipulation. If I mean Q3, I'm meaning distribution. If I say Q4, I'm meaning reversal. So I'm not repeating that again. So 8 a.m. to 9:30. Most of the time, the London low will be formed during that cycle. Accumulation. And this is Q1. Are we together? Q1 meaning accumulation of the London session. Q2, when I say Q2, I mean manipulation of London. From 9:30 a.m. 2 8 30 to 10:30 sindio 9 si ni 9:30 wewe ongenga wekazea 9:30 am to 11 to 11 am to 11 am hiyo ni Q2. Boom, that is the Q2 of the London session. So during London manipulation, that's why you guys, you blow, a lot of Kenyan traders, they blow accounts before 11 a.m. You blow an account before 11 a.m. and then from 11 a.m. to around let me finish first, and then we gonna attack why you blow your account and market start moving to your direction. Oh no, we're seeing that mjinga. You're a bright person. You're just learning the wrong things from the wrong peoples. 11:00 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Hiyo ni Q3. Remember, we only trade Q3. When is the true open for London? When is the true open? Now, the 11 a.m. is the true open for the London session. Remember, kuna open na kuna the true open. 11 a.m. is the true open for the London session. True open. London session opens at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. But the London session true open is from 11 a.m. the distribution phase of the London session. True open for Asia 5 a.m. in the morning. Start of the distribution phase. We are elevating now. Now, if you check in the market, just if you have been trading a pair like gold for a while, you will tell me 2 a.m. to 8, start of 2 a.m. there is a volatility shift. At start of 8 a.m., which is start of the London session, there is a volatility shift in the market. 2 p.m. in the evening, there is a shift in the volatility. Start of Asia, volatility shift. Start of London, volatility shift. Start of the New York, volatility shift. Start of 2 p.m. session, shift of volatility. There. Are we on agreement? Then, this is Big Baba. Trust yourself. You can learn this. So 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. That is the Q4 now. Q4, and me, I'm tired. That is the Q4. Q4. Now, that is the Q4. Now, I want to just, if you have been trading for a while, this is not for beginners now. Beginners will not understand this. 2 a.m. Kenya time, there is volatility shift in the market. Always. You just see it. You just like, you're waiting for 2 p.m. market to reach so that market can move with a bit slightly higher volatility. higher volatility. You know, how do you calculate volatility in a market? You remember? This is market. Market is controlled by an algorithm, time-based algorithm. Because if they don't control time, if the algorithm does not control price using time, then there will be no uniformly market structure. You will not have a good market structure. So market structure controls time. Are we together? Market structure, time structure. Don't follow to swing high, swing low. I don't trust that. Time structure. Are we okay? Every 4-hour candle high and low, that must be your structure. Are we together? Your structure should be a 4-hour candle. It's high, it's low. That is the high you are in, and the low, the 4-hour candle is the low you are in. That's how you mark higher highs and higher lows in the market, using the 4-hour candle structure. But now you move to the lower time frame and follow that. Are we on agreement? 4-hour candle structure. You know, you're not going to 4-hour candles and marking higher highs and higher lows. No. The previous 4-hour candle, it's high, it's low. That is what is controlling the 1-minute candle structure. Are we on agreement? Now, if we are on agreement, we can now move to the New York session. We can now move to the New York session. No, before we go to the New York session, London high taken out, market reversing. Asian high taken out, market reversing. Why was the London low formed here? And why the Asian high was formed here? Why was the London low high formed? Why the New York high was formed there? Why was the Asian low there? Remember, market is mathematical. Now, they just don't randomly check for an order block and enter. They calculate. The algorithm is run by mathematical equisony. So, yeah. So, research about quant trading for a while. Quant. Kuandiza. Quantism trading. These are algorithms, those mathematical equations. If you are trading using indicators, go to any AI software and ask it, what's the mathematical formula behind this indicator? And then start advancing your strategy from there, from that stupid indicator you are using. Even me, I can basically create an indicator in 2 seconds. Just say 80% of every 4-hour candle, market taps there and reverses. I have an indicator. I sell it for $100. I make money. I steal money from you. Remember, you know, if I was watching the Wall Street movie and they said there is only 2 ways to make money in this market: steal or learn. You see, you are hearing me. If I click here, we are crossing nicely. Who is that? Nani when I need text. Now let's go to the New York session. Now the New York session is where I will go deeper in explaining the Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. We will spend a lot of time there on the New York session because it's the distribution session where you should be trading. Spend quite some times there because the New York session is where you should be trading. Kishagwa gashoroge. If things go well, my base will be coming on my why are you telling that? Now remember, one good year can't change your life forever. Just lock in. They say if it does not sound impossible, then it's not worthy pursuing it. It's not worthy pursuing the shit. If it does not sound impossible. Now, tusiendelee. Let me take my wings and now leave that place. It's boring now. Let's look for a new location to sit. Fanya hivi, just funga tu mlango sana. Now let's go to the New York session now. New York session. session. This is the accumulation session. This is the manipulation session. And this is the distribution session. Let's go on now. So nimedu. Today is date 11. So I'm using like 3 days ago price action to teach you this. Nice. Anyway, sikuwa najua. Now for New York session, we are going to use a different color. Which color should we use for the New York session? A different color. Let's wait and see which color is appealing to us. Black. Let's see how black looks like. Where is my data on? Why? I don't know why. Is my Wi-Fi connected? I don't know why either it's doing this. Now black, it's not good, it's not appealing. We gotta use another color. I'm used to red and blue. Now I want another good color. Yellow. Really? Yellow? Yellow is not visible. Why is it doing this? I might have activated aperture. Iachilie hivyo sasa. Yeah. Sijui mbona iko na hizo mashida. Mshego inanisumbua. Tuzoeane sasa by the way. Genius. Yeah. Let me just use red. Yeah. Mangetta. What is Mangetta? Mangetta is fine. Mangetta is fine. Now which color is this? What is color is Mangetta? Now the New York session. Bojo. Anasemanga aguruka from 2 p.m. from now 2 p.m. This starts from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. New York session. Sasa tuzipange hapa vizuri. Now, sema nami ewe Bwana, one thing about the New York session, we are not labeling high and low. No highs and lows of the New York session, because it's the distribution phase of the day, and most of the time highs and lows of the New York session is where the high of the day will form and the low of the day will form. High of the day, low of the day, most of the time it will form during the London session. It will form during the London session. Are we on an agreement? Yeah. 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 Are we on an agreement? The law, the high of the Asian session, the law and the day, the law and high of the day will be formed during the what? The New York session. Now let's start. Let's now changamuka bana. Changamuka bwana. Changamuka Buddha. Now from 2 a.m. Now nimesema now here we will. Now the way I will explain the intersession cycle, you should emulate the same to the other cycles. Are we on an agreement, bro? 2 a.m. 2 p.m. to 3:30. 3:30 p.m. Hiyo ni Q1. And Q1 means accumulation, bra. Sawa. Acha tuzipange hapa mzuri. Design ya watu walienda shule. Q2 from 3:30 p.m. Why do you think news most of the time they are released 3:30 p.m. Kenyan time? 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Hiyo ni Q2. We call this Q2. Why do you think news are released at exactly 9:30 p.m.? Because 9:30 p.m. is the start of manipulation of the New York session. So news are released at the first 1 minute candle of the manipulation phase of the London session. Why do you I usually talk about 4:30 to 4:40? Because 1 hour later, after the manipulation starts, then from 4:30 to 4:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., there will be a liquidity hunt, a high speed moving candles to take out either equal highs or equal lows, and then frame that back to, you will see in a span of 10 minutes you will see 3 candles or 4 or 5 running out to take out liquidity, and then exactly 5 p.m. we start distribution. Big boss, I'm tired. If you don't trust the setup, don't take the trade. Always remember that. Then from 4:30, from 5 a.m. from 5 p.m. to 6:30. Do you know why I always say p.m. This is the what I call 200. I call these take your time, bro, to do your thing. This is Q3, 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 Q3. This is Q3. This is Q3, 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 Q3. Q3, 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 Q3. Q3, 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 Q3. The 90-minute cycle of 5 p.m. 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 We are done. Pay attention. Pay attention with Big Boss. Then from 6:30 p.m. to the start of ndakuchapa. I will beat you up. I will beat you up severally. Just have to brother. The 5 p.m. No. From 6:30 p.m. to 5 to 5 p.m. To 8 p.m. Full course. And what I'm going to do is but I usually teach people through Google Meet how to trade, and now I think I will be making videos. And if you want to buy my course, you just DM me. I just send you the videos. That sounds a bit better and easy instead of coming to classes almost every day, and that thing is tiring me up. I think that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, just buy my course, send it to you via email or what, I don't know. That will be easy for me. Yeah, that is what I was thinking. Boom. Ile time ingine hapo. Then Q. I was not aware I can do that, but and then you just learn the course, and then you just have a week with me, mentoring you or stuff, teaching you what you didn't understand. You can ask me questions directly, how to do it, how to do this, how to do that, on your own. That is what I'm going to do. This is 8 p.m. This is Q4. Yeah, now everything is making sense now. I will not be attending those classes. Literally, they are taking a lot of my time. Yeah, for $200, it's not worth my time. This is what I'm going to do. It's not worth my time, but I'm done helping people. Like literally, I don't know, but I will just come up with a good idea. Yeah, on how people can learn how to trade the better way, the real market, not trading at which I'm not trade, but it's very much okay. Very much okay. Now, I want you to check 3:30 to 5 p.m. I have told you it's Q2. You will see manipulation, and then 5 p.m. will distribute. Let's mark in the charts. Now let's enlarge the chart now for visibility. Now I want you to check. let's go to for that. That is the start of the London session, the start of New York session. So if we come here this way, if we come here, I label for 30 and I label 5 p.m. there. You can see you will see a run on liquidity. The Q2 is manipulation. You see it accumulated and around, let's check time, 6:42. So but most of the time it's between 4:30 and 4:40. You will see this run, brrr, boom, and then reverse immediately. 5 p.m. we distribute. Now this is manipulation. Now this run, candle runnings with a high speed, taking out liquidity. This will be happening every day between 4:30 and 4:40. But this was a late manipulation move, because me I entered sales here for 30. I was waiting for the run to happen between 4:30. It failed to happen, so I was so sure that manipulation move was not going to happen. So I just got out of the chart and I just found my account blown. Why? This boom, they delayed it, and when they delay it, it fucks a lot of traders, a lot of time-based traders like me. And then 5 p.m. just waited for 5 p.m. and then I re-entered the sell full again, and then I hold it for the next 24 hours, and you can see how much money Big Boss made by just trusting the 5 p.m. by just trusting the 5 p.m. That's all what you do. You go to the charts, mark the accumulation phase, the manipulation phase, the accumulation phase, the Q1, Q2, Q3. You mark all of them, and then from there, Big Boss is tired. Teaching a full course. Now, Summer 1 2 1 2 1 2 we. Let's go to the last session of the day, which is the PM session. The PM session. Dengara PM Zenzon. Zama PM kaza. Aza PM session kumbabu. Yeah, PM session. Yeah. The last session of the day, the last 360 cycle of the day, and then we start again the Asian session. Now, PM session. We call this the PM session or the Sydney. But me, I like calling it PM. PM session. Learn on your own with Big Boss. Learn on your own with Big Boss. That is what we are going to do. 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 The altercation. And I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Now, sema now. Now, no, 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 no. Sema ndo. Sema ndoke. Sema ndoke. Sema ndoke kase. Then I will say 8 p.m. 2 a.m. Start, finish. What happens during the PM session is banks are layering orders for the next day trading. What happens between 2 p.m., 8 p.m. and the here here banks are layering orders for the next day. Here banks are layering orders for the next day trading. Because when market is consolidating, it's usually banks are entering orders. When you see market is consolidating, just know banks are entering the market. Slow movement, banks are entering market. High speed movement, banks are now moving the market, and there are no orders with the if you see a big candle, just know there is no bank orders there, because banks, they enter at the lowest point, and when the market is moving with high speed, they are printing money. They don't enter when they are printing. Are we on agreement? Done. Now, like the other session, it follows time. It has its own characteristics. It determines whether the next day will be a buy day or a sell day. It's this day's trading. That's why you see a market opening with a gap. Why? It's a lot of orders which were layered out during the PM session. And we can start learning the PM session. I think I have a link for my Telegram on my bio. I don't know if this YouTube. I think you can. You're going to go to my YouTube profile. You're gonna see the link for my Telegram in time. From 8 p.m. to 9:30. By now you should have understood how this cycle is moving. By now you should have understood how this cycle is moving. 90 minutes Q1 plus another one, 90 minutes Q2. Q1 is the accumulation, Q2 is the manipulation. By now you should have understood. By now you should have 9:30 p.m. to 11 a.m. Distribution of this session does not work. PM. This is the Q2. I forgot to put Q2 because my brain is tired. That is the Q2. Q3, which is the distribution. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. not 11 p.m. to 00 midnight past 30 minutes past 30. Yes, ni asubuhi tu. 30 a.m. you will be having distribution, and that's why the gap which opens during the market open, it is usually a distribution gap. Yeah, you call it distribution gap as the quarterly theory traders. We call that the gap. And then from when? From 00:30, from 30 minutes past midnight a.m. to 2 a.m. we call that the continuation ama reversal, cont stroke reversal. What else do you want to know now? That is everything you need to know about the quarterly theory. Now after there you start learning the true opens, true highs. Where if this kind of accumulation forms, then what do you do? If you see this kind of manipulation, unafanyanga nini? When London is behaves like this, what should you do? When Asia behaves like this, what should you do? When 430 to 440 behaves like this, what should you do? How do you trade 5 p.m.? Yeah, that you can do that on yourself as long as you have the basic. This is basic and advanced version of the quarterly theory. It's not all. There is a lot to learn. Remember, you are supposed to learn the market every day. Now, this is Big Boss, and if you want to reach me out, because I think I will make a full course now of my strategy to share with them how I trade everything, live trading everything. That is what I'm going to do. Basically, that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, that is what I'm going to do. Where is plus? Shift then plus 254 7 4 3 9 1 0 7 2 4 3 9 1 9 9 9 2. When I will can attend 7 4 3 9 1 9 9 9 2. You can reach me via WhatsApp. That's my number. I have only one line. This one 43919992. Na pia mnaweza tuma donations hapo. Jokes. Yeah. This is the full quarterly theory, basics, advanced, how the market moves based on time. It follows this time. It follows this Asian highs, Asian lows. It's either hunting there. It's either hunting daily lows and highs, weekly lows and highs. Market is always moving there. Remember, if you don't know where the market is fucking going to, then you're not going to make money. For you to make money, you have to know where the market is moving to. See you when you see me. Have a great